When the nurse brought Honor and Warnya into the outer hall of the ward, Ragnar and Roger just came out. Roger saw the slim, beautiful and unparalleled Warnya at a glance, and he was shocked for several seconds without regaining his senses. Ragnar was a little surprised when he saw Warnya. He is Warnya's elder, so he didn't have much contact with Warnya. They have not seen each other for several years. He didn't expect this girl to look more beautiful and attractive, not much less than those big stars. Honor at this moment respectfully said, "Hello, Uncle Wu, I am Honor of the Song family, and this is my cousin Warnya. Grandpa heard that you are in Orus Hill, so he let us come and visit you." After that, Honor said again, "My father is not in Orus Hill for the time being, so he can't come to visit in person. Please forgive us." Ragnar hurriedly said, "Oh, Uncle Song is so polite. I was supposed to visit him, but something happened at home, so I never walked away. That is a bit rude of me." Although the Wu family and the Song family are very different in strength, they belong to the first-line family in the south of the Yangtze River. Therefore, no matter who comes to whose territory, these two families should actually visit. If under normal circumstances, Ragnar came to Orus Hill, then the first thing to do is to visit the Song's house, and the two families move around to improve the relationship. Therefore, he felt a little bit embarrassed. The key is that his family's situation is indeed special. It is a shame to talk about this problem with youngest son Wu Qi. So he said frankly, "Oh, this time I came to Orus Hill, it was mainly because the boy had some physical and mental problems. So as soon as I came over, I stayed in the hospital and didn't go anywhere. Otherwise, I must visit Uncle Song for a while, and hope that Uncle Song will forgive me and don't blame me." Warnya hurriedly said, "Uncle Wu, you don't need to be so polite. Grandpa knows that you have business to do, so there is no point to blame." With that, Warnya took out a piece carved from cold jade and handed it to Ragnar, and said solemnly, "Uncle Wu, this piece of cold jade is good for your son. It is said to have the effect of calming the mind. He asked me to give it to you. He hopes it will have an effect on the second son's condition." Ragnar hurriedly thanked, "Thank you, Uncle Song, so much." As he said, he was not polite, and reached out and took this cold jade. Roger on the side kept watching Warnya silently, and then forcibly pretended to be calm and said, "Warnya, have we not seen each other for a long time?" Warnya smiled slightly, nodded and said, "It seems that it has been 3 or 4 years, I don't remember it clearly." Roger smiled and said, "Time flies so fast. Your changes are big enough. It seems that we will have to contact a lot in the future, otherwise we will not recognize each other if we accidentally encounter outside in 2 years." Warnya also said politely, "Yes, we haven't seen each other for so many years, everyone has changed a lot." Ragnar was keenly aware of Roger's abnormality. He could see that Roger seemed to be interested in Warnya. At this moment, he suddenly felt in his mind that if he could really marry Warnya to the Wu family and let her be his daughter-in-law, it would be perfect. There are also many large families in Orus Hill, and many of them are of marriageable age, but the key problem is that most girls in large families are not very attractive. Although some are good-looking, they have been spoiled since childhood, so they have a very poor temperament. There are really few who can be as smart as Warnya. If the two families can marry, they will definitely join forces and have a strong stimulating effect on each other. If the two families can work together after the marriage, then the two families will even have a chance to lead the entire Orus Hill. Thinking of this, he deliberately smiled and asked Warnya, "Warnya is so beautiful and so good. I wonder if you are married?" Warnya said hurriedly, "Uncle Wu, you are joking. If I get married, Grandpa will definitely notify you to come for a wedding drink." Ragnar smiled and nodded, saying that this girl is clever and can speak. So he asked again, "Then Warnya has a boyfriend now? If so, which young master are we look for?" When Roger heard his father ask this question, he hurriedly raised his ears with concern, looking forward to Warnya's answer. At this moment Warnya immediately thought of Charlie in her heart. What if Charlie were not married? She should have already confessed to him. Moreover, she is considered to be the better of the girls. She believes he would not refuse her. In that case, when someone asks her a question like this, she could proudly and shyly say that her boyfriend is Charlie. Thinking of this, Warnya couldn't help sighing in her heart, and said, "Uncle Wu, I haven't found a boyfriend yet." Both Ragnar and Roger breathed a sigh of relief. Didn't find a boyfriend? That would be great. A girl like Warnya really couldn't be found with a lantern. Since she is still single, his son has a great chance to chase her. So he immediately said to Warnya, "By the way, Warnya, I hope you will tell Uncle Song when you go back. I have arranged a plane to take my second son home for treatment tomorrow. Roger and I will stay in Orus Hill to find out specific clues, so tomorrow we will definitely come to visit." Warnya didn't think much, nodded and said, "Okay Uncle Wu, I'll tell Grandpa when I go back." What Ragnar thought was that since he was going to stay in Orus Hill for a while, he might as well take Roger and go to Song's house for a few days.